Well, hello there. Welcome. This is my very first live stream, and I'm so glad you could all be here with me. Um, Tonight's just not going to be a very long stream, but I did want to kind of thank some people for the help over the past few months since starting the flip side, and also just to kind of let you guys know what's up with the channel and what I have planned, and maybe just have a chit chat with you guys, and maybe even have a look at some of the comments I've had on my recent videos, which I think might be fun. But first, I just want to welcome my good friends, Chris Durham. Thanks for coming out, buddy. Always good to see you, man. And Tusk. Hey, what would the stream be without Tusk having his say in the mix? Also, we've got Cheese Mondo on with us. Welcome, Cheese. Always great to see you, my friend. And we've got Clive Wells. I love Clive Wells. You rock, man. I really like you. And the same goes for Doc Osiris. Always really good to see all of you. Who else? Did I miss anybody? We got Christian Janelius. Welcome. Always good to see you. And who else have we got? Have I missed anybody? Carl Edwards. Yeah, Carl Edwards. Welcome. Man, you guys are the best. I always look forward to seeing you guys in the side chat when we're doing the flip side. It's always so much fun. Yeah, thanks for coming out and being here for my very first live stream. I'm a bit on the nervous side, as you can probably tell. I'm not used to doing these live streams all by myself, but yeah, we'll see if we can have some fun. So, what's up with the channel? Well, basically, you may have noticed I've started getting back into the flat Earth stuff. I'm not going to be sticking with that for too long. It does get pretty boring pretty quick, but there are some classic arguments that I'd like to take a crack at and give my side of the argument, and maybe teach somebody something. I try to keep it as simple as possible, but I hope you guys are enjoying those new videos. Of course, we have the Pain of Progress, which we put out every week. I hope you've all seen the latest episode on CB Radios with Thor. That was an awesome episode. I'm sure you'll agree. Next week will be part 2, which is also Thor. So make sure you guys watch out for that. Other than the flat Earth stuff, I do have some plans for some different stuff. I am not going to be doing soft sits, Karens, that kind of stuff. I can't tolerate that shit for more than 10 seconds before I start pulling my hair out and beating up my monitor. So I won't be covering any of that stuff here. Also, there won't be any debates. I just don't have the patience for dealing with stupid that's utterly blatant and willful. It's like talking to a wall, so I won't even bother with that. I think my videos suffice. I hope you guys agree. But yeah, so that's basically what we're planning on doing on the channel. If you have any questions that you want to ask, or anything you'd like to suggest or talk about, just pop it in the side chat, and we'll discuss it. Maybe we'll bring one of you on if you feel up to it. But we might save that for next week. So in the meantime, let's see who else. Blue Feather is here. Stuck in Florida, brother. Baby, I haven't seen you in so long. How the heck have you been? Stuck in Florida has been a follower of Steaming Cup of Reason for a long time. He's been here in Vietnam. He knows what it's like here, and we sometimes have some really great exchanges. So yeah, great to see you, Stuck in Florida. It is so awesome you could come out. Yeah, so Carl Edwards say, don't go down that road. You are far better than that, and yes, your videos are worth more. Thank you, Carl. I really do appreciate that. I can't tell you how much that really does mean to me. And who else? Um, so Stuck in Florida says, great to see you live. I understand got burnt out on the stupidity of flatties. You know what, Stuck in Florida? I agree. I got burnt out on the flatties a long time ago, and it's taken me a while to come back to it. But I won't be here for long. I'm just going to cover some of the main things that I think I'd like to have a crack at. Uh, but I'll be moving on to other stuff afterwards. And I'm open to suggestions to what you guys would like to see on my channel in the days moving forward. I'm open to just about anything. I want to get more into the live streams and get to know you all and have you get to know me. Hey, I'm on camera. This is the real reason. That's why I call it that. The real reason. No avatars here. Well, I might pop up the avatar now and then if I want to take a break from the camera, but mostly I'm going to try and be on camera so you can see the real me and see my reactions to your comments. So let's see. Doc Osiris, I didn't realize you were in Vietnam. Do you know Mrs. Lemon by any chance? She's over there somewhere, I think. No, I'm sorry, I don't. Never heard of Mrs. Lemon, to be honest, but if you point me in her direction, who knows? I might bump into her sometime. It depends where she is. This is a big country. Aside from its physical size, geography-wise, it's like 95 million people in this country. It's huge. Let's see. Just the bottom has fallen out of FE, and the Karen Softset rubbish already has 10,000 channels, so you should keep out of it, specialize, and you become extinct. You are absolutely right, Tusk. I could not agree more. I don't want anything to do with those Karens and Softsets. They drive me insane. And they piss me off. They really get under my skin. They just piss me off. So I don't really want to get into that stuff and become a rant channel. I've done enough ranting, I think. Let's see. Yeah, Carl Edwards. Tusk's cycling videos are really special, and your tea times as well. We enjoy those, Tusk. Keep making them. I actually do enjoy watching them. I find them quite relaxing and enjoyable. So yeah, by all means, keep it up. Those are great videos, and I always look forward to the next one. I just watched your chicken curry recipe today. Awesome. Really awesome. I just love watching you cook. It is so entertaining, and it makes me hungry just watching. It's really awesome. Let's see. She's a teacher, but she sometimes does live streams on YouTube. Well, that's interesting. She's a teacher. So am I. But no, I'm sorry, I haven't heard of her. I'll keep an eye out for her though. Maybe we can hook up sometime and do a live stream. We'll see how that pans out. You should make cooking videos, proper Vietnamese food, everything else. You know, I'd love to, Tusk, but I'm nowhere near the cook you are. I'd probably hack it and end up making something foul. But I am hoping to occasionally catch a video or two of my partner cooking. She's an awesome cook. She can cook just about anything. And matter of fact, we are going to be doing recording a video of her doing Mien Ga for you, since you have mentioned you've been looking for a proper recipe. So yeah, we're gonna try and get that done and get that up. So keep an eye out for that. Chris Durham says, I think Tusk has an amazing ability to speak on his videos. Very relaxed. Yeah, you're right, Chris. It is very relaxed. It lets me just kind of sit back and enjoy, and I really get a lot out of it. Sable Eagle, is there a Pain of Progress video on parachutes planned? There may be in the future. The way the Pain of Progress worked when we first started, The first two seasons were all about technologies that were developed for wartime use and then later were adapted to become indispensable technologies in our modern world today. Then series three, we looked at societal changes. And then series four, we looked at civilizations that preceded ours. Series five, we're going to be delving into the Middle Ages. But I'm sure at some point we will kind of delve back into more technologies. And when we do, I will definitely make a point of doing one on parachutes. So thanks for that suggestion. Let's see, what else? There's a little village called Hoi An, just west of Hoi An, where in my limited experience, the young ladies are excellent cooks with very beautiful smiles. That can be said about just about every town and village in Vietnam, but yes, you are right. The ladies here are stunningly beautiful, and they're lovely, lovely personalities, most of them, and it seems like they're all raised to be good cooks. I haven't met one yet that can't cook, especially my partner. She's phenomenal. She makes dinners for me that, oh, I just love them. They're great. So I'm hoping to get some of her recipes on camera so I can upload them and share them with you all. Saber Legal, yes, maybe I could get some of them to do some cooking on camera. I'll look into that. I'll look at see if that's a possibility. My partner does have quite a few friends who are also very good cooks, but with the lockdown, it's going to be pretty difficult at the moment. But I'll work on that. I'll work on that and see if we can work something out and get some cooking videos up as well, just to give some variety to the channel. Yes, Sable Eagle. Yes, parachutes were for scout and spotter pilots, and now they're for wingsuit flying and ridge soaring. Yes, they have evolved immensely, but they were originally developed as a tool for warfare, and it's how the airborne regiments came to be. John Rapp. Hello, John Rapp. How are you, sir? Everybody give John Rapp the customary welcome. If you're not sure what that is, well then shame on you. You should know. John Rapp is a legend. Welcome, John. Always great to see you here. Let's see. Saber Eagle, one white boy before. Never mind two that fell out of the sky on a pair of silk handkerchiefs. Yeah, I'd like to see that. Let's see, Clive Wells. I enjoy it when the creator I'm following does something a bit unusual, like Blue Marble Science doing the woodworking, or his Cavendish and other such things. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to add some variety to my channel, some spice, something different, something you're not used to seeing from me, but that you will enjoy nonetheless. So yeah, I hope it works out well. Stuck in Florida. I like the Hoi An and Da Nang area. Yes, Da Nang is beautiful. Hoi An is awesome. Great people and the cheapest seafood you're ever gonna get. And beer, it's nothing. It's like buying a bottle of Coke. It's unbelievable. Seafood here is as cheap as chips, and it's quality. It's fresh right out of the ocean, probably hours before you order it at the restaurant. It's really, really awesome. Eddie, welcome, Eddie. It is so good to see you. How's my sweetheart? Tusk, you take care of that lady. She is something awesome. It's always such a pleasure to have her in here. Everybody say hi to Eddie. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, so again, suggestions, anything that you'd like to see or do you think that might work on this channel. I can't promise I can do them all, but I'll certainly look into them, and the ones that I can do, I'll try and bring them onto the channel and get them out to you. cooking videos for sure. I'd like to get a few of them. They might not be regular, but from time to time, when I can convince my partner to do it, we'll get it up. We'll put it up there. Eddie, oh, I'm good, just a sleepy Eddie. Well, it's Saturday morning for you, so I'm sure you are a bit sleepy. So, or Saturday afternoon rather. Uh, bit of a late nap. But I hope you're feeling okay. I hope you're doing well. Sable not quite as fresh as seafood in Cambodia, where they have a wash bowl half full of water with 3 live catfish. Yeah, well, I kind of disagree. I think Vietnam has pretty much the same. I don't think there's really a difference in the freshness because we both have coastline, so we have active fishing industries. So yeah, anybody who's planning to visit Asia and coming through Vietnam, you won't regret trying the seafood. It is awesome. Um, Tusk, we got a bit drunk last night. Tusk, really? Tell us something we didn't expect. So, more coffee needed. Yes, Eddie, can't live without coffee. That is the juice of life in my book. I live on coffee. I don't drink. I've been on the wagon for going on 33 years. I don't plan on jumping off now. My only two vices at the moment are coffee and cigarettes. Yes, I'm a smoker. I'm sorry, guys, but eventually I'll probably find a way to get off of that. But yeah, those are my only two vices. Dora Ngoo is here. Hello, Dora. How are you? Always fun having you around with your comments, your quips and funny remarks. Everybody say hello to Dora. Um, let's see. You ran out of milk? Dr. Osiris, you ran out of milk. You really need to go get some because you can't have coffee without your milk. That's just not right. I don't know. That's my opinion. I gotta have my coffee with milk. That's just one of my favorite things here in Vietnam. Café soda, iced coffee with milk. It's awesome. Oh man, I could drink that stuff all day, but with the lockdown, I can't get out to make it, or get out to get the supplies to make it. So great stuff, though. Ah, Dora likes her coffee like she likes her men, bitter. Ooh, Dora, really? You like bitter men? Oh my lord, I wouldn't have guessed. I thought you liked your men fun and full of humor. Mm. Doc Osiris, I smoke too. My drug of choice is coffee. I haven't drank alcohol for almost 9 years. Congratulations. Well done. Stay on that wagon. It's worth it. So, yeah, I got on the wagon because it was leading me down a very seriously wrong path, and I had to make a choice. So I jumped on that wagon. I've stayed on it, and I'm glad I did. So, definitely, anybody out there who's thinking of jumping on the wagon or wondering if you should stay on it, you've got my support for sure. I know where you are. Um, let's see. I stuck on Florida to Sable Eagle. The restaurant I go to in Da Nang pumps seawater into the holding tanks. And you pick what you want to eat. Yeah, we have several of those types of restaurants right here in Ho Chi Minh City. Just pick what you want. They pull it out of the tank, kill it, cook it, and you eat it. There you go. So, Sable Eagle, I like my men like I like my coffee. Strong, sweet, hot, rich, and black. Okay, Sable Eagle. To each his own. Let's see, what else? Basic Trig. Hello, Basic Trig. Welcome. Everybody say hello to Basic Trig. Always good to see Blue Feather. Welcome. I'm glad to see you around. It's always fun having you in the chat at the flip side, so I'm glad you could be here. You don't smoke, you don't drink coffee, and you rarely drink alcohol. You don't do drugs. So what do you do? Breathe? Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. You know, not everybody has to have vices. I'm sure there are other things that you enjoy in place of those. So yeah, you're obviously a very health conscious and very healthy person. So good for you. Um, I have to remember that, except the sweet part. Uh, yeah, Dora, absolutely. Uh, Fun, happy, jovial men are much more fun than bitter men. Absolutely. Uh, let's see. All right. Well, I thought maybe one thing that we could do tonight is maybe just have a look at some of the comments that I've been getting on my past videos on Flat Earth, and the video I started off with, which was the why do we fight? So I thought it might be fun to go over those and give you some feedback live. So let's have a look at that, and we will take a look. Okay, so before we do that, I would like to say, however, that the first video I did, it has really done well. It's up to 895 views. I've never had a video with that many views before. And I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who's taken the time to watch that video and comment on it. It means a lot to me. It was a very special video to me. It's something I really needed to make. And I'm glad that you all enjoyed it. So thank you for that. And by all means, keep sharing it and spreading it out there. And it would be fun to see it grow. It's a message that I really want to continue getting out there. So let's have a look at some of the first comments from the sorry, I'm just trying to figure things out here. All right, here we go. Our first comment is from Tusk. And I picked this one because it's rather lengthy, but I do want to comment on it. His comment reads, just imagine, with the internet, we have the sum total of human knowledge, wisdom, endeavor, and philosophy at our fingertips. With the click of a button, I can access the minds of greatest men and women who ever lived, and delve into their imaginations and discover their moments of genius that made us who we are today. It's incredible. It's all there. I can read the words of Wittgenstein and Plato, Beauvoir, and the great R.D. Laing. Words that set the world on fire and shattered countless paradigms. I can, with time, become an expert on any given subject with infinite resources at my disposal. Right at this moment, I am living the dream of Ptolemy, and I'm in the greatest library the world has ever seen. And to that, Tusk, I say, I could not have said it more eloquently or better than that. You are so absolutely right. The internet is just an unending wellspring of information that we can all learn from, and it's such a pity that there are people out there who go to the stupid stuff and rely on that for their education. Basically, that's what flat Earth is. Yet there are still those who would burn our books and halt progress in the name of ignorance and willful stupidity. To them, the world of academia is to be feared and shunned. They would rather sit in the dark than discover electric light, and they would have us live as though the past 1,000 years was nothing but a bad dream. They are dangerous, and they must be challenged at every turn. Whenever they raise their heads, we must be ready to cut them down. Never let up on them, not even for a moment. And again, to that, Tusk, I say, you're absolutely right. And thank you. That is exactly why I've decided start doing flat Earth videos again, because there are a few points that have always bothered me, and I just want to take my opportunity to put blade in hand and cut them down, and try and do it as simply as I could. So thank you, Tusk. I really do appreciate that comment, and by all means, don't stop commenting. It's always great to hear from you. So our next comment comes to us from let's see, who's this? Trevor Hearn. P.S. Loving your work on the Pain of Progress. Massively deserving more subs. The pair of you. Well, thank you, Trevor, if you're out there watching. But it's no longer the pair of us. Thor, unfortunately, is no longer with me on the project. I hope one day he will return, but he has other things in life that are more important for him right now. So moving forward, it'll be just me. But we still have 2 more seasons to go through. So thank you. All right, let's see who else we have. Seek truth, speak truth. This is a comment that I really wanted to mention. He says, Goose Pimples, so glad I found reality. Some people are so wonderful here for what they do for us, humanity. And to that I say, Seek, you're one of them. You are an awesome guy, and I gotta say, thank you so much. The introduction and the sharing you did for this video on your channel was amazing. I was so humbled, and it's people like you that make it worthwhile to be in this community. And I hope we can get together and stream some more as fellow history buffs. I think that would be fun. We've got another comment here from Just Call Me AV. You have a pretty nice voice. Well, thank you. You should do more narration videos like this. Gotta be positive is a great way to live. Also, spaceships will probably look like giant donuts in the near future. Silly, but very practical. Yeah, you're probably right. They probably will look donuts, especially if Homer Simpson's on the design team. I like donuts. I love donuts. I'll spend my life in space in a donut. That'd be awesome. Thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you very much for the compliment on my voice. I don't particularly like my voice, to be honest with you folks. It's really, but then again, we are our own worst critics. All right, well, let's have a look at here. Christian Augustine. Most likely we won't even get beyond our solar system. But even where there's so much to explore, if you just look around with an open mind. But you're basically right. Oh, by the way, came from STST. Look forward to your next videos. Thank you, Christian. Yeah, you're probably right. It'll be a long, long time before we ever get out of our solar system. I do believe, however, humanity will eventually figure out a way to do it. But it'll be many, probably thousands of generations in the future before that happens. And thank you for coming over from STST's channel. Always great to have some new folks around. Okay. This is from the Sunsets video. Thomas Klein, as an Australian, I cannot see Polaris, and the Northern Hemisphere cannot see the Southern Cross constellation. So I asked the Flurf how that works on a flat Earth. The Flurfer stated that I couldn't see Polaris because of perspective, and we have a greater distance from Polaris. Didn't answer why he couldn't see the Southern Cross. That was left behind. Yeah, that seems to me like a typical Flurf answer. Everything's got to be perspective. Unfortunately, I doubt many of them even have a clue what perspective really is all about. And that's why I made the video. Hopefully, they'll get something will click, and they'll get the point. Here we have perspective and buoyancy, the two most misused and abused concepts in Flurfdom. Absolutely. Every time sunsets or anything like gravity comes up, they always jump on the buoyancy and perspective bandwagon because they haven't got a clue what either of them really means, and they probably never will. But yeah, the longer we keep making these videos, eventually one of them, I'm sure, will break through and turn on a light bulb or two. Let's hope. Let's hope. Okay, from Jens Gork. First came here from Mr. 42's Discord and subscribed. Thank you, Jens. Welcome, and I hope you enjoy your time on this channel, and I hope you'll be able to join in these live streams in the future. Thank you very much for the comment. From Jinsu, another one of my favorites in the side chat. You're telling Flurfs to go back to school gave me the mental image of Dell sitting in a kindergarten-sized desk. Too funny. No. That's all he'll be doing all class long. No. Yeah, you're right. Just picturing him. You know, it kind of reminds me of that old show, The Beverly Hillbillies, with that 6 or 7 foot tall Jethro in a 6th grade classroom. That's funny. Oh, I can just imagine Dell in that position. Okay, let's see. I think I got just a couple more. From Chris Durham. Chris, thank you very much for this comment. Sadly, something about the conspiracy theory mindset makes them believe they already know more than any PhD in physics. I did my many hours of research at YouTube University. Absolutely. And I'm sure Clive Wells and Carl Edwards will agree. That has probably got to be one of the most annoying things about Flurfs. They honestly believe they know better than the top PhD scientists in the field. The arrogance and the Dunning-Kruger is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. And finally, last one from Dora. Somehow, I find this video offensive to goats. I chose this one because on the second video I did, I had the animation of the Flurfs popping in and out, and the sound effect for that is the same as the intro for Spot the Goat video. So I'm sorry you feel that it's offensive to goats, but it's the only sound effect I had on hand when I did the video. But I'll try and find more so I don't do that to you again. So thank you very much for the comment, Dora. Always appreciate hearing from you. All right, so that brings us back to our chit chat. So let's see, what did I miss? I think there have been quite a few messages that have gone by that I missed. Sorry, Doc Osiris. Steaming Cup of Reason. If you heard my groggy voice, you'd suddenly love yours. You know, I could say the same to you. When I'm groggy in the morning, you don't want me talking to you, man. I'll sound like a bear with emphysema. It's unbelievable. But thank you, guys. I'm pleased that at least you find my voice and my presence enjoyable, and I hope that we can do a lot more of this. So at this point, I'd like to maybe get some input from you guys as to what kind of things would you like to discuss on these live streams on a weekly basis. I'm planning on doing this at the same time every Saturday. So if you have something you would like to discuss, and maybe you'd like to come on and discuss it with me live, let me know. I'll send you a link. We'll set it up, and we'll just have a chit chat and let the side chat enjoy. Tusk, how's my Vietnamese? My Vietnamese is crap. I've been here for almost 20 years and I just cannot get my head around the language. I know some phrases, I can come up with a few quips that make people laugh, but to carry on a conversation, forget it. It's not there. I cannot get my head around it. It's such a complex language to learn. Um, my partner tries to help me, and I have picked up some from her, but unless I go full time to school, I don't think there's much chance I'm going to learn Vietnamese in a hurry. Um, Clive Wells. Since Crafty is not here, spill the beans. Is she really a horse denying tyrant? No, she's not. She is a lovely gal. I look forward to being with her every Sunday. It's the highlight of my week. But hopefully this will become the new highlight of my week. Sorry, Crafty, I didn't mean that, but that no, she's not a tyrant. She just crafty is crafty. Take her the way she is, or leave her. But she's just, to me, she's my best online friend, or at least among one of them. Uh, my my best co-host. Uh, just I don't know. I would not give up anything as far as my relationship to Crafty Kila, and yeah, I hope that comes through in the work that we do together. So, um, let's see. Let's see. In terms of human lives, 28,000. Oh, okay. This is about German U-boats. Yeah, a lot of lives were lost in German U-boats. But then there were a fair few lost in American U-boats and Japanese U-boats as well. So World War II was just, it was probably the most horrendous body count of any conflict in human history. And it can't be diminished. It needs to be remembered and honored for those who gave their lives for us. Um, let's discuss cheese, Blue Feather says. Yeah, I would love to do that. I love cheese. Um, do you have any particular favorites? Or would you rather talk about our good friend Cheese Mondo? He's always up for a good laugh or two. I like ribbing him now and then. And as much as he likes poking at other people. But yeah, he's a good a man. Yeah. I love cheese puns when it comes to Cheese Mondo. He's awesome. He's another one of my best online friends. So much fun to be around him. That Blue Feather. I've been I've been leaning or learning how to make cheese. Really? Well, from what I understand, it's not that difficult, depending on the cheese. I guess the more difficult ones are the ones that really require aging. Stuck in Florida. Vietnamese and Thai are so tonal. I have a hard time with my hillbilly accent. Yeah, Stuck in Florida, you're so right. That's the problem I have learning Vietnamese. There can be one word that could have 15 different meanings, all depending on the tones and the accents used in their spelling and their pronunciation. And that just does my head in. I can't seem to work out which is which and when to use which. It really is tough. Let's see. Cheese is the food of the gods. Yes, I agree. Life without cheese would be meaningless. Absolutely meaningless. You know what I really enjoy on Sunday mornings when I can get my hands on it here? Toast with butter on it, enough butter so that you form a lake of butter in the middle of the toast, and then just take a big old fistful of grated Parmesan cheese and let the butter soak it up and spread. And oh, that's my breakfast. Oh, oh, it's so good. So good. I love that stuff. Let's see. Um, Okay, Sable Eagle, I'll send you a link, bring you on, and challenge you to pronounce that for us all, because I sure as heck ain't gonna try. I don't want to be I don't want to end up with a in the hospital with a sprained tongue. Uh, uh, Christian, yes, it's almost malicious that the French came up with C. It's one of the few logical things they've done. Let's see. Did I miss anything? Vietnamese makes Chinese look like child's play when it comes to the tones, and that's hard enough. Yeah, you're right. All of the English Asian languages, I find them equally difficult. The only upside to the Vietnamese language is that the alphabet has been Romanized. They've gotten away from the ideographs, uh, whereas China still uses the ideographs as well as Thailand, Cambodia, and uh, China or Japan. Sorry. So yeah, that does make a big difference. Salted butter, not that unsalted, unnatural mess. Absolutely right, doctor. Absolutely right. You represent, brother. You represent real butter, salted butter. There is no better thing other than the cheese. Absolutely. Yeah, dripping with real butter. Absolutely. And then just let it soak up all the parmesan. And oh, it's so good. So good. Absolutely. Um, all right. Let's see. What else do we have? 152,000 characters in Chinese. I'm not really sure, but that sounds about right. Could possibly be even more. Um, but yeah, it can be tough. It can be tough to learn any of the Asian languages. Unless you're really born here or you've been here as long as I have and you have a gift for learning languages, it's going to be a tough go. I have no gift for learning languages at all. It took me everything I've got to know the three languages that I do speak. That's as far as it goes. To pick up another one at this point would be almost cruel to even try. um, Actually, making real butter is not that difficult. It just takes time and arm power. Keep that whisk going, you know. Um, Absolutely. Um, you only need a few thousand kanjis to get through the day. Okay, well, what do they do to rice flour to make it bread in Vietnam? Actually, they do use wheat flour here for bread. They still have that part of the French occupation, colonial France, in their traditions. So a lot of the things the French brought with them when they occupied Indochina, and they that's still very much part of the Vietnamese culture. So we can get fresh daily baguettes, um, but they can do what's called a ban bao or a steamed roll, which is rice flour, same rice that they use to make sticky rice, and they just steam that, and it's usually stuffed with ground pork, a quail egg, some cloves, and other things, and they just steam that. So and that is actually it's quite tasty. The steamed buns, very good. Seems I have a gift for learning languages. I am up to 9 languages and bits of another 6. That's awesome, Blue Feather. I wish I had your gift. My sister is like that. She speaks 5 languages and she could pick up another one anytime she wanted to. Uh, it frustrates me that I can't. It frustrates me that I can't. And I'm a teacher. I teach English, maths, and science. You'd think that a teacher of a language should be able to pick up a language, and I can't do it. I just can't. I just struggle so much with Vietnamese. Uh, Yeah, being good at linguistics is like being good at art. Your brain needs to be wired for it. Yeah, that's right, stuck in Florida. You're right. Some people are predisposed to learning languages easily and quickly, and they catch on very, very, very effortlessly. And then others like me, we're like going through a quagmire, struggling to learn every word. Uh, you're absolutely right. Yeah. Um, Doris says, I have kanji learning book. It has some simple mnemonics. Sorry, my pronunciation's off today. But still cannot remember any. Yeah, it's so different from the Romanized language, written language that you probably learned from childhood that you almost have to rewire yourself to pick up on kanji and other ideographic forms of writing. So, um, Ben Bao, pho, fresh baguettes, Vietnamese ladies, fresh seafood, banana flour salad, um, Vietnamese ladies, cheap beer, green mango salad, and Vietnamese ladies, all in one place. I should move. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely, Sable Eagle. Come on down. I'll take you to a place where you can get them all in one sitting. Absolutely. That they are the ladies in Vietnam, generally speaking, are stunning. They're just so generally appealing in appearance. Very pretty people. Can't say so much about the Vietnamese men, but the young ones. Well, I guess you could say they're mostly generally good-looking, handsome young men. But the ladies, they are to die for in most cases. They take care of themselves very well. They know how to make themselves look good. The only problem is they get to pushing 40 or 50. It starts to wane a bit. But my partner is 45. I swear to God, she doesn't look a day past 30. She's gorgeous. Uh, so I was stuck in Florida. My grandfather could speak seven fluently. I have a hard time with Spanish. Wow, again, he's predisposed to learning languages easily, I guess. Um, let's see. Doc Osiris, you can't speak any language fluently, but you know bits of about 20 or so. Yeah, well, I can speak, well, one language fluently, in English, of course, two others semi-fluently. And then Vietnamese, I know bits, but not enough for a conversation. So, um, let's see. Moi, je parle seulement un peu de français, que suffit pour réserver une chambre et trouver quelque chose pour mon déjeuner, mais je ne veux pas de qui la parle français. Uh, that's good French. That's very good French. And my French is kind of rusty, but yes, very good French. I wish I could get that back and have a conversation with you because I haven't used my French in so long. It's so rusty. Uh, for me, Aussie, American, Canadian, Kiwi, and colonial overlords. Okay, so English. Cool. Thanks, John. Doranoku, or sorry, I'm sorry, Dora. Your last name is that Ngu? Mon français est très mal. Well, your vocabulary seems okay there, Dora. um, yeah, parent age can be alarming. 10-year-old looks, 10-20-year-old looks, 13-30-year-old looks, 16-40-year-old looks. Okay, Sable Eagle, I think we kind of flipped that around. um, Carl Edwards, you speak some Afrikaans. That's a derivative of Dutch. And I do speak, I grew up speaking Dutch at home. I was born in the Netherlands, actually. But I emigrated to Canada when I was just a lad of 5 years old. So really, Canada is the only home I've ever known. I consider myself more of a Canadian than anything, and that's why my prime language is English. But yes, I do speak Dutch, and Afrikaans, I believe, is a derivative of that, is it not? I believe it is. We all know you speak in maths, Clive. Yeah, Clive. Yeah, we know you speak maths. uh, Unfortunately, I never took the Klingons. Okay, John Rapp. Uh, Archaic Dutch, yes. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Because there are many words and many parts of the accent that are so familiar to me because of my Dutch language background. And there are some words that pop up from time to time that I do kind of pick up and understand. So I bet you if I tried, I probably could learn Afrikaans because I have the almost fluent Dutch. So yeah, I might give that a try sometime. Be interesting to add that language to the list. Um, Cape Dutch, yes. If you know German, you can probably read Afrikaans well enough. I cannot read German. I can read a little Dutch. I never learned Dutch in school because I didn't go to school in Holland. I didn't start school till I immigrated to Canada. But I bet you I could, if I tried, pick it up. Uh, Carl Edwards, you can almost understand German. Well, that's good. If you can almost understand the language, then you're on the right track to actually speaking it. So, oh, really? You had to have a foreign language qualification to study maths at university. Where did you study? And what was the language qualification you needed? That's very interesting to me. You oh, all right, all right. Thank you, Clive Edwards. You speak C sharp SQL, VBNet, VBA, and VB. All right. You got me on that one. Yeah, okay. Thank you for that. Good one. Good one. I walked into that one. I certainly did. But hey, that's what these streams are all about, right? Just have some fun. Absolutely. Um, John Rapp, to Sable Eagle. When younger, I was with a Surrey girl for a year. After a couple months, we were being called the English couple. I only do accents, I guess. Well, that's interesting. Uh, let's see. Anything else? Anything else? Um, hmm. Math is its own language and it's pretty much universal. I agree. I agree. Math is a language of everything. It covers everything. It explains everything. It predicts everything. Math unites the universe. And that's why flirts are so aggravating because they just don't understand the maths. They can't speak the language and they argue out of their buttholes with whatever nonsense they can pull out of it. Okay. You know what? Uh, Dora, I am going to make you a mod because I think you deserve it. There you go. I just blue wrenched you, Dora. Thank you. I think you deserve it. And you know what? I'm going to do the same for Sable Eagle because you rock, buddy. You really do. And who else? Doc Osiris, you deserve a wrench for sure. Absolutely. Um, who else? Bada bing, bada. Awesome. Oh, you're welcome, Dora. And you're right. I do trust you. I you're always in the side chat. You make things fun. Uh, you're friendly and respectful to everyone else. Yeah, it's people like you that need to be mods. So thank you for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Clive Wells, you also, sir, deserve a wrench, and I'm going to give it to you right now. I'm going to have a cigarette. Sorry, bad habit, but it's my vice. Um, yeah, you're welcome, Doc Osiris, and for sure. Absolutely. Well, I really don't have a whole lot else to talk about unless you guys have some things that you would like to discuss. Just pop it in the chat and we'll talk about it. Been going for about an hour now. I'm having fun. This is cool. This really cool. It's so nice to sit down and just talk to you guys. It's so awesome. Oh, Tusk. Yes, you deserve a wrench too, my friend. You are a very loyal follower, and that needs to be rewarded. So thank you, Tusk, for always being here when you can. And Eddie as well. Where's Eddie? I don't see her in here. Well, when I see Eddie, I'll make her a mod as well. And she's awesome. Again, very always friendly and respectful and fun. Yeah, yeah. Um, let's see. Carla, which thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying this stream. I was really nervous. I've never done this before, and this is actually Crafty's idea. She told me I should do this and get myself out there more to my subscribers and my followers on this channel. So I followed her advice and I jumped on, and here I am. So thank you. That means a lot to me. Hi, Eddie. Yeah. I gave you a wrench, dear, because you're always so friendly and you're always here, even on the flip side, and you made it here. Thank you. You deserve it. Yeah, you're right, Eddie. She had a great idea. I jumped on it. I followed through, and now I'm here and I'm having fun. I'm enjoying this tonight, guys. I really am. So yeah, thank you, Crafty, for giving me this great idea. What do you think of the look of it? You like my design? Is it too busy? Do you like it? Does everything look okay to you? I could switch it up maybe if you don't like it, but yeah, thank you. We took Blue Feather says we could talk about ways to replace religion with science and math. Let me think on that. I usually don't like to discuss religion because it's very emotionally charged. I am not religious at all, but my partner is, and I respect that, and I support her choice to be that. So I don't want to really get into discussions that could end up upsetting her. So, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll look into that. Basic trick. I think it needs some disco balls. No, no disco balls. No, sir. No disc. I ain't wearing the white suit, the black shirt. Nope. Not gonna do it. How about asking people on and discussing the positive in their lives? Yeah, I was thinking of doing exactly that. And as a matter of fact, is everybody in there on my Discord server, the Paint of Progress server? The Paint of Progress server is actually a combined server. I post Steam a couple of reasons stuff there, as well as the primary use of the channel or the server. But if you're not on there, let me just get a link for that. I think I have a link handy. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I'm just gonna try and get a link going. Give me 1 second here. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, I'm going to post this in the side chat. If you're not part of the Discord server yet, please do consider coming over and joining there. And once you're there, if you would like to come on to one of these live streams, send me a DM. And I'll figure out a way to arrange it, and we'll bring you on and we'll have a chit chat. I think that would be a fun thing to do. I really do. I think that'd be great. So here we go. And hopefully this works. Yeah, love to see you all in there. Let's see. A lot of Christians in Vietnam. One of the things I love about Thailand is no one has ever asked my religious beliefs, and they don't here either. And yes, there is a large Christian community here in Vietnam, and my partner is one of them. She's a very devout Christian, and I respect that, and it makes her happy. It gives her peace, and I see no reason to try and dissuade her from that. I'm an atheist, then that's just the way it is. Let's see what they did. Your phone is playing up again, Doc Osiris. Oh, maybe it's time for a new one. Pitch it in the river. Give yourself the excuse. I guess he's just not ever going to answer me then. What's up? Are you looking for an answer from me, Tuss? Oh, hang on a second. Okay. Oh, cool. Welcome everybody to the Discord, sir. Welcome. Tusk, did you send me a message? I used to think that. Oh, okay. Yeah. Then Tusk sent me a Discord. So Okay, you should all ask me what. Vietnam had a wise ruling family that set up a national curriculum, educated all children, and had standardized testing nationwide. Then the winner married the heir to the throne. The Philippines is the only Southeast Asia country that being an atheist was ever a problem for me. It's a problem for anybody who's not a devout Roman Catholic. They are extremely Catholic, to the point of being fanatical. You don't get between them and their religion. That's all there is to it. Filipinos, don't play around with that. I'd like to see you do some tours of the country if you can, with history, food, and language and culture. Once I have the financial wherewithal to get a proper camera and pay for some travel expenses, then yes, I do plan to do that, Tusk. And believe me, as soon as I get the chance, I will. I've wanted to do that for a long time, and I know my partner very much would like to travel more. And this lockdown's been pretty tough on both of us. So yeah, thank you for that idea, Tusk. We'll see about getting a proper camera and get out there and start doing some of that stuff. Perfect. You can't type in your Discord? What? Okay. I'm a little busy right now with the stream, but I'll head over to Discord later and I'll try and get that fixed so that you can type in there. But you should be able to still send me a DM. So yeah, if you want to come on next week and have a discussion about something, then by all means send me a DM, direct message, either through the POP server or even through the Flipside server. It'll come to me anyway, and we'll set it up. We'll set it up. Absolutely, that would be fun. I will know if you're having problems, Carl. I need to look into that and get that fixed. So, yeah, for sure. Stuck in Florida. Christmas music from October through February in the Philippines. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. We have a similar situation here in Vietnam. They'll start in about, I'd say, about another month or so in November. And from then until well past New Year, we're going to be hearing a Happy New Year by ABBA over and over and over everywhere you go. Trust me, you want to hope you don't own a gun because you'll shoot yourself. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Stuck in Florida, it's pretty bad. It can drive you absolutely bonkers after about a week. Oh my God, no. When I was younger, I used to like ABBA back in the days when I was still a club DJ. But since moving here, man, I have developed such a distaste for ABBA. Oh, it's awful. Chukmang Namoy on the big red and yellow banners everywhere. Yep. And most of the stores around town still have Christmas decorations they put up 8 years ago. They never take them down. To them, it's just pretty decoration all year long. It's unbelievable. So, well, we've been going at this for an hour and 15 minutes, so we'll go for, let's say, another 15 minutes, and then we'll shut it down. And by all means, either through the POP server or through the Flipside server, you can DM me and let me know if you'd like to come on and discuss something. And I'll do my best to set it up and get you on in future live streams. Carl, since you're the first one to mention it, I believe it was you. Yeah, we'll try and get you on next week. Just let me know what you want to talk about. So yeah, let's make this fun. And Stuck in Florida, man, I am so glad to see you around again. It is so good to see you. If you've got a mic, I would love it if you came on and had a chit chat. That would be awesome. That would really be awesome. I would love that. Tôi không nói tiếng Việt, nhưng bản phim của tôi thì có. I can understand some of that. The same with me. Tôi không tiếng Việt, không biết tiếng Việt, không có. Let's see. How do you feel about Gretchen Wilson? Now I leave my Christmas lights on in my front porch all year long, and I know all the words. Oh my God. I think that could result in some unwanted social misbehavior on my part. I shall send you a message during the week. Thank you. Yes, Carl, please do so. Please. It would be a pleasure to have you on. Absolute pleasure. Dr. Cyrus, it says I don't speak Vietnamese, but my keyboard does. That's what it was. Ben Phim. Yes, that's what it is. Ben Phim is Vietnamese for keyboard. Now I remember. Okay. Yeah. Well, thanks, Civalito, or sorry, Stuck in Florida. And I'm glad that you do watch most of my videos. It means a lot to me. You've been a follower of mine for so long, and I'm glad I can finally thank you properly. You really do rock. Um, ABBA have met their Waterloo. Yes, they have. But at least they didn't play country and west. Oh, well said, Clive. Well said. If ABBA was country western, there would be no hope for the universe. I'm sorry. There would be none. Um, yeah. I would like to give score a, oh, sorry. If you would like to give score, oh, that's my Streamlabs. Do those Streamlabs bother you guys? I can turn them off if they bother you guys, but uh, you know, any hints on the goat for tomorrow? No, I haven't even designed the background yet. I'm gonna have to work on that in the morning. That's another thing I wanted to mention. I got my second jab on Friday, and I've been kind of out of it since earlier today. So I've been trying to get this week's video out. I haven't even had a chance to look at anything for the flip side yet. So there might not be a video this week on the Score channel. I'm going to try my best to get it out. But if you don't see it, please don't hate me. It will be up next week for sure. I've just been a bit out of it since Friday afternoon. But hey, I got my second jab. Woo! Woo! Get out there and vaccinate, people. Vaccinate. Do it. Don't hesitate. Don't wait. Get out there. Do it. So, thank you, Stuck in Florida. I'm glad you enjoyed the Pain of Progress. That's my baby. That is my passion, my baby, and I'm so proud of that. I put so much into it. Stick around, man. When Series 5 finally hits the waves, man, it's going to be awesome. You guys are going to love it, I'm sure. You got your first jab last week, Carl. That's awesome. Excellent. Well done. 4 days, Dora? Well, the first one for me took about a day and a half, 2 days to get over. This one, I seem to be about the same. I'm feeling pretty much back to normal now. I got the jab early yesterday afternoon. I haven't had any fever or anything else like that, like I did the first time. So, but yeah, thank you very much for the well wishes. 3 days, eh, Carl? Well, that's not too bad. That's pretty much the average that most people are reporting. Anywhere from 2 to 4 days. It depends on your system, I guess. Some people have a bigger tolerance than others. All this talk about side effects making me wonder whether I got a placebo because you had none. That's great. You're one of those lucky ones that just you have a good tolerance to any kind of vaccine. So, like, count yourself lucky. Many of us wish we can go get a jab and be done with it, not have to feel like crap for 2 days. No, Vietnam is currently doing the AstraZeneca. There are some places in Vietnam where the Pfizer is available, but it's very limited in supply. So only those on a special need or a special list will get it wherever they can manage to distribute it. The Chinese one is going around too, but both my partner and I, we won't, if we find out it's the Chinese one, we're not taking it. But no, my first and second yesterday are AstraZeneca. So, yeah, Carl. Yeah, you're right. It just makes you feel a bit off. I slept almost an entire day. But afterwards, I came up feeling pretty damn fine. I had a bit of a headache before I started the sleep cycle, but the headache was gone when I finally did get up. So yeah, it's nothing bad. A bit of soreness where the or sorry, the on the injection site. It's still there, but it's pretty much all gone. So you got the Johnson and Johnson Pfizer wasn't available. Well, the Johnson and Johnson is actually not too bad. It's pretty good. AstraZeneca is also not too bad. It's not quite as high up as the Pfizer, but it does the job, and I feel good that I've had the second one. Yeah, the first one was second was same for me, Clive. The first one was worse than the second. Most of Thailand is a first shot Sinovac and second AstraZeneca. Oh, okay. That's probably just because AstraZeneca has limited availability. So, uh, and they run out quick. Uh, at least you only need one dose. If you had yeah, I believe it with the Pfizer, you only need one dose. I'm not 100% sure. Okay. All right. So yeah, um, to anybody out there, if you haven't been vaccinated yet, uh, get on your local health services, find out where they're being done. Uh, get out, just get yourself vaccinated as soon as possible. Be safe, be healthy. Uh, we all need to kind of look out for each other. Wear our masks, distance, stay home if you don't need to go out. You know, uh, it behooves us all to take care of each other by respecting each other and doing what needs to be done. And that's for that very reason that I will not ever discuss Karens, soft sits, and even the auditors. I won't discuss any of those idiots on this channel because they are so totally against everything that needs to be done right now. So, Moderna and Pfizer are mRNA. Yes, yeah, I've heard that. I'm not a doctor. I don't really know very much about the what types of vaccines, but I do know that Pfizer, Johnson and Johnson, and AstraZeneca are the three top ones, from what I hear. So I consider myself fortunate, having had two jabs of AstraZeneca. Your memory sucks lemons, Doc Osiris? Ooh. Cool. Dora says, good. Cannot stand those idiots. Except when teasers when tasers are. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Dora. You're so right, my dear. I just can't tolerate them. I just can't tolerate them. It makes me wish I owned a taser, because I'd be charging that sucker twice a day. Yeah. Florida is doing a terrible job with the virus. Well, I don't think it's Florida's fault. I think it's just the Karens and the idiots out there who are fighting against what Florida is trying to do. You know what I mean? So yeah, the situation for you guys in Florida is not good. So, and it does need to be changed. Something needs to be done. But you just make sure you keep yourself safe. Okay, they're stuck in Florida. You do what you need to protect yourself. And yeah, the hell with them. They want to infect each other and kill themselves. let them. Just don't let them near you. I've got a BBC license goon coming on the 23rd. Wish I had a taser for that. Okay. Well, I don't know if you can get them in your local gun shop. Can't hurt to check. uh, yeah, you're right, Sable Legal. If I could, I'd be carrying a couple myself. Just two words out of their yap and it would be Zapparoo. Yeah. Oh, okay. The governor's an idiot. They're stuck in Florida. Okay, well, I guess that would be a bit of an issue, huh? Well, time to vote that idiot out. Um, yeah, you're right, Clive. Just tell them to go away. As soon as you engage in discussion, you're done for. They'll never leave you alone. They'll hound you till you just can't take it anymore. Local gun shop in England. Oh, yeah, that's right. You don't have gun shops in England, do you? Well, can you find somebody in a van down the street that might be selling them? Yeah, very much like Canada. Although Canada they do have sporting goods stores that do sell weapons, but very, very strict regulations and very, very difficult to get. Quite the process you have to go through. If you want to hear about the governor of Florida, see Cyrus and or Beau of the fifth column. Oh, well, do I want to go there? Well, because it has a direct impact on my friend stuck in Florida, maybe I should look into it and find out what's going on, so we can all show him a little bit of support. Yeah, shotguns are okay, aren't they? Hey, Tusk? Yeah, ask Tusk. He's the lawyer. He can cover your butt. Beau has a great channel. Okay, well, I'll check that out. Stuck in Florida, for sure. I'll check that out. Getting a shotgun license is quite easy. Oh, really? Do they have like in the States a 14-day cooling off period or? I have handheld crossbow. It's pretty effective. Yeah. Yeah, crossbow is effective if you know how to use it. We want to see you fishing with a shotgun, Tusk. Good idea, Dora. That would be fun. Get Tusk out there on a rowboat, shooting fish with a shotgun and cooking them up and doing a nice cooking video for us. That would be awesome. What do you say there, Tusk? You interested? Let's see. Single or double barrel or 2+1 pump are class 2 firearms. Easier to get permission to own than class 1 firearms, like AWSM, SMLE, Ruger. Okay, all right. But still, I mean, class 2, class 1, both will kill you just as fast. I don't get that. Maybe it's just my ignorance. You can't have an air rifle over 12 feet or a foot-pounds, but you can buy a crossbow with 175-pound draw and bushel of aluminum bolts with no license. Yeah, Tusk, that is a bit silly. Because a proficient archer or crossbow user can kill you just as fast. That's a deadly weapon in the right hands. Fishing with a shotgun isn't very efficient. Don't ask me how I know. Yeah, okay, Tusk. We won't ask. uh, you get minced fish. Yeah, you're right, Carl Edwards. You don't. That doesn't sound actually that bad. You can get minced fish here in the supermarkets. Actually, it's actually ground down to a paste. They make fish balls with it in soup. It's actually pretty good, depending on the recipe. If you're a part of a club, you keep your gun there. It's pretty easy to get a license. Yeah, the same thing I think is true in Canada. If you keep your gun at the club, you have much easier time of getting it. But if you keep it at home, it's much more difficult and certain rules you have to follow. It's a bit harder to hide a crossbow in public, I guess. Yeah, you're right, Dora. Can't really hide one of those. You got a crossbow, most folk are gonna know it. Um, hmm. Wow. Airsoft under 2 joules. Class 2 for those shotguns. Class 1 for many other things. And any self-loader in a caliber other than 22 rimfire. Any full auto except those airsoft and anything. Okay, so quite a few distinctions there. Sable Eagle. Under 60 centimeter overall, with barrel under 30 centimeter is prohibited. Yeah, because that's considered a sawed off, which is illegal in the US and Canada as well, technically speaking. Carl Edwards recommends that you sling it over your shoulder, Dora. Hey, who knows? Disguise it as a backpack or something, or some kind of camping implement. Let's see. I was with a couple of guys dynamite fishing, but I won't say where. Stuck in Florida. Yeah, okay. That's where'd you get the dynamite? And if so, tell Tusk so he can go get some. Um, Doc goes, I seriously need to get some milk. Yeah, Doc, get your milk, man. You can't have coffee without your milk. Go, do it. We understand that. Don't ask how I know that either. Oh, yeah, okay. I won't ask. Shh, between you and me. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you one thing. Here in Vietnam, forget about getting one anywhere of any kind. It's just not. It won't happen. Unless you're a copper military, you ain't getting no gun. Not in Vietnam. Unless it's a toy one that goes wow, 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 flashing lights on it, pops a suction cup arrow or something. Okay, you were in. Oh, okay, you were in a longbow. Say no more. Say no more. I got you. I know where you're at. I know where you're at. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. You won't get away with doing that nowadays. um, yeah. Okay. I'm 22% Native American Indian. That's enough to fish and hunt without a license. You lucky bugger, Blue Feather. You're Native American. That is not what. What tribe, if I might ask? There is a lot of First Nations people around my hometown of Calgary. So, yeah, they don't need a license for nothing, as long as they're on the reservation. And for many things outside the reservation as well. Cherokee, awesome. That is so cool. Well, thanks for sharing that with us. That is really, really cool. Uh, much respect to you guys. Uh, keep that heritage alive, man. Don't ever let it go. Uh, it's what makes a lot of the central and western states in America special. The very strong Native American history. That's awesome. Cherokee, wicked. I'm so glad you shared that. Thank you. Um, Tusk is a 100% shameless poacher. What do you poach? Craft dinner at the supermarket? I can't see Scotland having much worth poaching. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, that's right, Clive. 22% is surprisingly precise. But you know what? Who cares? The fact that he has Cherokee blood in him is something of note, something worth being proud of. Absolutely. Um, Carl Lewis, 100% confused. 50% Austrian, 50% Welsh heritage. Austrian and Welsh. How the frig did that happen? Which side was the Welsh? Dad or mom? Ah, in Scotland you poach wild haggis in the off season. Cool. In Canada, in Newfoundland they poach wild bologna in season or out of season. Okay, you have laws there about poaching, but nobody pays much attention to them. You know what? There's a lot of laws in Vietnam that people just don't give a shit. They do what they want anyway. You pay off the right cop, you can get away with a lot. Um, Stuck in Florida. Your father married a Cherokee. She was my stepmother for 6 years. Interesting. Interesting. Hmm. Okay. It's a crime thing. Much savior syndrome. Much Marty stew. Very unpleasant. So cliche. I've seen reviews saying they loved it, but I didn't. There you go, Dr. Cyrus. I think Save Illegal has made his point clear. I love it when humanity blends. Yeah, Carl, I do too. I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome. But I also believe that it shouldn't blend completely. We don't want to we don't want to lose the differentiation between. You know what I mean? Um, I think the blend should stop at 50% so that the other heritage can be kept alive, kind of thing. Maybe I'm just babbling on, but I don't know. I don't want humanity to in the future become just one homogenous uh, race kind of thing. You know, we do need to keep some separation. Meh. Prefer stuff that takes my mind off reality. Okay. Doc Osiris, yeah. I like things that take my mind off reality too. Absolutely. Sometimes too much reality just not good. Just not good. Uh, yeah, yeah, you're right, Carl. Respecting historical roots is indeed important. Very, very important. And in a funny kind of way, that kind of reminds me about what I tell many of my students in English class. Uh, the big thing here in Vietnam is almost everyone seems to be a wannabe American. And whenever they're learning English, they're always complaining about their accent. They want to sound American. I don't want to be Vietnamese, sound like Vietnamese to speak English. And I tell them, you know what? Why is that a problem? That's what you are. You're a Vietnamese trying to speak English. You should have a bit of an accent. And the fact that it's a Vietnamese accent is something you should be proud of. Don't try and hide it. At least it shows you're willing to learn the other person's language and you're doing a good job of it. I don't know where that came from, but I thought I'd mention that. Genetics doesn't really work by blending. You really don't see a blend of male and female, for instance. Yeah, true. But, you know, I don't want to see African Americans and whites and Hispanics all blending into, like one homogenous kind of, I don't know the words to put it to, but I think there needs to be a definite distinction between uh, people of color and people of Hispanic descent and people of Asian descent and European descent and Native American and First Nations of Canada. They should be able to have their own distinct uh, or distinctness kind of thing. Yeah, you're right, Carl. The cultures is where we can learn to enjoy those differences. Absolutely, everybody should find some time or some way of appreciating other cultures. It is a growing and learning experience and well worth the effort. Uh, whatever culture you happen to meet. Yeah, I suppose you're right, Christian. There is no way of knowing which genetic traits will be beneficial. Um, Tusk, yes, it's inevitable. Sooner or later, there will be no way to differentiate between races, and race itself might be a meaningless term. Yeah, unfortunately, I think you're probably right, Tusk. But to me, it seems a bit of a shame. Um, I really hope it doesn't. You're right. I'd like to see the whole stigma of race uh, be done with, but I don't think we need to become a homogenized society to get rid of it. You know, it's just me, but in principle, yeah, I do agree, Tusk. It's probably going to happen eventually. A well stamped passport, one of the best books you can have in your library. I could not agree more, stuck in Florida. Well said. I agree. The live stream has gone from good to great. Well, thank you, Carl. I really appreciate that. I'm glad you guys are enjoying this. I really am. Wow, we're at an hour and 45 minutes already. My, how time flies when you're having fun, eh? Wow, this is cool. I like it. Um, if it stops Valley Girls saying I'm 128th Irish, then I'm all for it. Yeah, like you're so right, like so cool, so totally into it there, Tusk. Like you're so right, man. Oh, let's see. Have you seen Beyond XX and XY, the Scientific American? Uh, sorry, it's out of my league. I could try and read it, but I don't know how much of it I'd understand. I'm not that smart, you know. Dora, my passport is totally empty. I had some stamps in there, but having to get a new passport every 5 years wiped those out. Oh, that's a shame, Dora. You do realize when you get a new passport, you can request to keep your old one. I still have my old passports from past three, I think. So yeah. Where I've been meaning to ask you, Dora, where are you? Where exactly are you from? Your heritage. Are you Vietnamese in a Vietnamese origin, or 'cause it seems to me like you? Wow. I applied for a new passport in May, and I'm still waiting. Yeah, it can be a slow process. I know what you mean. But then again, maybe it's a bit slower in the U.S. In Canada, it doesn't take quite so long. It takes about uh, 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks. Uh, that's including the turnaround time from Vietnam and Canada and back. So I'm sure you'll be getting it soon. But the pandemic and the lockdown, that's probably really slowing things down a lot. Dutch Indonesian. Wow, that is so interesting, Dora. Dutch. I'm Dutch born myself. And Indonesia, well, I can't say anything about that other than I've been to Bali, loved it, hoping to make a return trip soon. Indonesia is a great place. Um, so, wow, that's really cool. Thanks for sharing that, Dora. Uh, that doesn't matter. The Indonesian part still comes through quite strong in your appearance, if that's your true picture in your avatar. Uh, Pretty picture, by the way. Uh, Peter, not. Hello, Peter. Welcome to the stream. Never had a or needed a passport here in Australia. Well, unless you leave the country, I guess you don't. But it seems a shame that you haven't got one. Travel is it's the gateway to a whole new bunch of pages in your life. Every human being should avail themselves of the opportunity to travel, at least for some period in their lifetime. It is absolute, I think, essential to make a person really appreciate the world we live in. My last passport expired in 2001. Okay, well, I guess you need to get a new one there, Clive. Um, Hello, Glober Mom. Welcome to the stream. You used to have a passport in the 80s because you thought you needed it to go to Mexico. Well, yeah, I guess you don't. Um, well, must have been seeing into the future because you do need one now. Yeah, well, I guess that's no surprise ever since Trump. um, but you know what? I'll tell you, Glober Mom, it's still worth having a passport. Get out of the U.S. Travel across the ocean. You will be glad you did. Enrich yourself. And I give that advice to everybody. Travel opens up so many doors and opens your eyes. It really does. Um, Yeah, not just Bali. You're right, stuck in Florida. Bali is beautiful. I loved Bali. I really enjoyed it. And I would like to get back there once again. But really, if you go during the highest part of the season, it's wall to wall Australians. And go figure. South Africa and Swaziland, I'd go through them quickly too, probably without stopping at all. Well, you know what? I would like to visit South Africa. I'm sure there are places that you'd want to stay away from, but I think it would be interesting to at least visit Johannesburg and just see what it's like down there. It would be an interesting trip. Um, Dora, I hate the traveling to and from the destination, but my best holiday was 5 weeks in Japan without speaking any Japanese and it just going in blind. You know what? That's so cool, Dora. That's how travel should be done. Don't try and prepare for it by learning a language. Just go. Go, do, meet people, learn some phrases, experience the culture the way it was meant to be experienced, and come away feeling like the trip was worth it. Absolutely. Well done, Dora. I hope you get a chance to do it again. Matter of fact, I hope the next time you come to Vietnam, if you do, let me know. I'll show you around. Let's see. Places you wouldn't want to stay away from, or places you'd want to stay away from, like the land. I'd be out in the sea swimming with the white sharks to stay away from the humans. Well, in current times, I guess things are pretty rough down there. But generally speaking, I don't think South Africa has always been that bad. And many of the teachers I work with here in Vietnam are from South Africa, and they say there's quite a few lovely places to visit. So I might take them up on that. Everyone's a traveler, Carl. Just got to make the decision to do it. Honestly, once you do it, you get hooked real quick. I've been here in Asia for going on 20 years, and it's not the only place I've been. Um, don't regret it. Yeah, I've become very much a different person since being here, and I'm glad of the change, to be honest. Let's see, what else? Knowing enough about the language to get a room, 3 meals, a few drinks, and directions can be a huge help. It enabled you to spend 3 weeks in Austria, hiking village to village solo. And you do have a point, Sable. Of course, absolutely. But to try and learn a language to the point of having functional conversation for extended periods, it's not necessary. And most of what you mentioned there, if you have a proper tourist guidebook with common phrases, that'll help you equally well, I think. But yes, you're right. An effort should be made to try and learn at least some of the basic things that most travelers need to be able to say or ask for. But that sounds good. Hiking village to village solo. Wow. You know, I've always wanted to visit Austria. I've never been there. It seems to me like it'd be a lot like back home in Calgary. I love the mountains. I just adore the mountains. I do miss them. I do. So maybe one day. Stuck in Florida. Knowing the numbers in most places helps us. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's probably one of the first things I learned was how to count, how to ask how much something is, and how to ask where something is, or just how to ask where. Things like that. Just simple phrases that at least communicate something you need to know right then and there. Yeah, listening to locals is important too, of course. Absolutely. Although that can be troublesome in places like Vietnam, where locals from different parts of the country have completely different dialects and can't even understand each other, let alone a foreigner. So be careful with that. But yes, listen to the locals. Generally, you'll find what you need to know. Taco sandwich. Woo! Made it outside. Very good. Well done, doctor. Go for it. All right. Well, folks, it's going on 11 p.m. here, and I'm thinking about it's about time to shut this down. But before I do that, I just want to thank everybody for coming on tonight. This has been an absolute blast. I've really, really enjoyed it. I can't wait to do it again next week. Carl, I'll be watching for those messages from you during the week so that we can arrange to bring you on next week. We'll have a chit chat about, well, whatever. We'll discuss that in DMs. The rest of you, if you'd like to come on and join us at some point, send me a DM and we'll set that up accordingly. So, unless there's something else from the side chat, I just want to thank you all for coming out and thanks for making this just the most incredibly awesome and fun first ever live stream on the Score channel. And yeah, I guess we are out of here and catch y'all next week, guys. And don't forget, I'll see you all tomorrow on the flip side. Good night, everybody.